It's The Drive on The Fan.
We are live from the Finlay Hyundai Studios. It's another edition of The Drive. Tara Atkin, Paul Ratliff with you this morning, and we'll be carrying you all the way through the 9 a.m. hour on The Drive. And today's show is brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Play great golf for a great price, 435-688-1700 to book a tee time, or coralcanyongolf.com. The great pro out there, Marco Leone, a good friend of the show. He does a great job manicuring the course, making sure everything's up to specs. And you played that course recently.
I did just last week. Yeah.
How was it? How was it going?
It was so good. Yeah. My golf game wasn't great. I didn't do the course justice, but the course looked amazing.
Course always to the nines. It's always a great job or a great time playing out at Coral Canyon. So get out there and play 435-688-1700 to call and book a tee time today.
And you really can't beat that deal. $80 for 18 holes, cart, and lunch.
That's right. Mention the radio special,
deal.
and you will get set up with that. They got great food over there,
They
too.
do, yeah.
Tacos,
really
wraps, burgers, all kinds of good stuff. So if you're hungry and you've played a hot round of
Breakfast
golf,
sandwiches,
just get in there and enjoy some great food at the Coral Canyon Cafe, as well as your round with 18 holes, range balls, a card, everything. Like Tara says, $80. Pretty much can't beat it in today's world as far as prices for golf go. So, but I think one thing is pressing today, unfortunately, and it's not the greatest of news. It's actually it's terrible news. The U.S.'s run in the World Cup has come to a conclusion. Last night they fell to Belgium 4-1 in the 90 minutes in stoppage. There was no extra time. It really didn't look as if they had a chance to get back in this game.
Yeah.
Because the minute they tied it up, I felt this was the backbreaker. They tie it up on a Tillman free kick that's beautiful.
Right.
Absolutely beautiful. That's his second free kick goal in as many games. But about 63 seconds later, Belgium comes all the way down and pots one to make it 2-1.
Yep.
And then, you kind of are playing from behind for most of that second half. And then there's just I think it's inexcusable the way the goalie came out of the net. Matt Freese. He came out of the net all the way out really far.
Out past the crease.
That's right.
Well, I don't know if they call it the crease in soccer, but
the box.
The box, maybe. Yeah. Sorry.
So he comes out of the box. He plays the ball awkwardly. He's got another USA teammate right beside him, but there's a Belgium, striker streaking into the play, knocks the ball free, and then you just see him running back to his net, fearlessly trying to get back, but it's too late.
Yep.
And there was a USA defender back there as well behind the goaltender that wasn't able to make a play on the ball. So that one goes in 3-1, and then that's kind of when the air came out of the sails of the USA, I think. 3-1 down in the second half. It was kind of becoming a tall task to come back. Even with Balogan in the lineup, he flashed at times. He had a couple shots, but
he didn't look great, though.
He did not look great. He obviously looked like the mental strain of the last 48 to 72 hours had played effect on him to a certain degree. Pulisic was not great. He got hurt again.
That ankle.
So it's just a lot of things kind of unfolded for the U.S. in this game, unfortunately. I mean, I didn't think it was going to come against Belgium. I thought maybe the next round against one of these world powers like Spain, one of these teams that's
Spain or Portugal is who they would have faced. But Spain, obviously, but
and the passing from Spain is just so crisp, and I thought that the U.S. would be up against it against Spain.
Yeah.
But by the books, by most of the experts, maybe we're living in the U.S. bubble, but it seemed like everybody was picking the U.S. yesterday to win this game. And not only did they lose, it got away as Lukaku scored the fourth goal to make it 4-1 final.
Yeah.
So the U.S.'s run in the World Cup comes to an end, and I just want to encapsulate it a little bit. I know we've kind of harped on the game, but let's encapsulate the run a little bit. It was probably the most fanatical this country has been about soccer since 2002 when they made it to the same round in the knockouts.
Yeah.
So I think that it was great for the U.S. We were a great host country. We did a good job hosting all these games. I think the stadiums were packed everywhere. Ticket prices were crazy.
Right.
So I feel like
They were outrageously crazy.
yes. And as far as like the way that we did as a host country, I thought we did a great job welcoming all these visitors in and showing them our customs, showing them our culture. But on the field, you got to feel a little disappointed about last night, but it can't overshadow the group play run, the 4-1 win over Paraguay, the win over Australia,
Yeah.
The win over Bosnia. There were some good moments in this World Cup for the U.S., and I hope that the fans of soccer, the casuals, the diehards, and everywhere in
Right.
between are still in on this team. Because I think Pochettino, who we'll get into it in the top 8, he hasn't really made clear if he's going to come back. I thought he did a great job with the team. I read an article, his blue Hugo Boss shirt has been sold out on Hugo Boss's website,
Nice.
and they've had to restock it 4 times
Oh,
since
geez.
everyone was wanting the Pochettino look because he was kind of that calm, cool demeanor on the sideline. But even he, after the goal that was misplayed by Freeze, I saw a clip of him just putting his
Kicked.
hands
Oh,
on his
yeah.
head, and he was just like, well, he saw the writing on the wall like we all did. But I just want to say I was swept up in it. Absolutely. Not only the U.S., but the World Cup in general. And just because the U.S.'s run comes to an end, I hope everyone doesn't just tune out. I hope everyone continues to watch,
Definitely not tuning out.
continues to take it in. I think it'll be really fun to see who comes out on top. Unfortunately, for the U.S., they were 35-36-1. They were never really a real contender to win this thing, unless it's a miracle on ice situation like 1983 at Lake Placid, where they just go on an unprecedented underdog run. But it does come to an end, and it is sad because I thought that they had one more win in them, honestly. What did you think as far as going into the game last night? Were you feeling the win? I thought everyone was, the vibes were high. I thought, the full complement of players, including Balogun.
Yeah, Logan. Yeah, once he was back in the lineup, I thought we had a legitimate chance to beat Belgium. And I was hoping that Portugal would beat Spain because I felt that would be more favorable in the next round for us, like in the quarterfinals, to play Portugal. But yeah, I thought we were going to definitely move on and either play Portugal or Spain.
Yeah, me too.
And it just didn't happen.
Just didn't go. And 4-1 full-time loss for the U.S. And, it does end the run for this year in this World Cup. But a lot of great teams have fallen. So the U.S. making it to this deep in the tournament, I think they should be proud of this.
Yeah.
I don't think that there should be a lot of we were this close type talk. I think that, there was a lot of good teams left. It's not like we were in the Final Four or the championship game. I mean, this was a little bit out, and we would have had to play Spain and France and Argentina and England and all these top teams.
Yeah, we don't know. Argentina's playing Egypt today.
They are.
They could, get knocked off too.
They could lose. They could definitely lose. Absolutely. But as far as just the powers that be, the top teams, most of them are still alive, other than Brazil. So I thought that the U.S. had a lot of top teams they had to wade through to make it to even the Final Four. So I thought that they had one more game, though, personally. I just thought that they would have made it to that Spain or Portugal matchup. It ended up being Spain. But instead, it's Belgium that moves on 4-1 over the U.S., which ends our World Cup run, which was sensational. We saw videos all over Twitter, social media of the fans, the crowds, the country roads after the games. The vibes were high with U.S. soccer, but unfortunately, it wasn't to be this year as they do fall 4-1 to Belgium. But the other game in action, as we just kind of recap the soccer from yesterday before we get into a really exciting segment coming up here, NFL marriage counseling. We want to jump into that shortly. Spain does win 1-0 over Portugal in stoppage time. They win in 90 minutes plus 2. They get a nice golden goal, and they find a way to get the win over Portugal. So that will be the matchup. It'll be Belgium versus Portugal in the round of 8 coming up.
No, Belgium versus Spain.
Belgium versus Spain. I'm sorry.
No,
Yes, Belgium versus Spain. That's right. And Ronaldo presumably plays his last World Cup game at age 41. Most likely not going to come back at age 45. There was a big dispute on when they should take him out of the game, sub him out. Late in that game, he was kind of losing a little bit of energy level. Fatigue was starting to set in for the 41-year-old. You thought they were going to move to a sub, but they kept Ronaldo in the entire game in his last World Cup game. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was cool.
Even though they did fall, but he had 3 shots on goal. He kind of turned back the clock a little bit, kind of had a vintage performance. So I was impressed by that. But Mikel Merino pots the game winner in a thrilling win for Spain, which sets up the Spain versus Belgium matchup in the next round. All right. That first segment brought to you today by Prime IV, PrimeIVSTG.com to book an appointment. They have a ton of July specials. Get in there with a friend and you will each receive a glutathione push for free, a $45 value. All of their high nutrient blended IVs are 50% off during this month. Select ones, I should say. So get down there and see what they've got. Get in those zero gravity massaging chairs. An incredible experience. Tara's been there plenty of times. She loves it. Gets the glow, right? One of your favorites.
Yep.
And some of the other add-ons they have there. So go check out PrimeIVSTG.com to book an appointment today. We're going to grab the quick break. Be back with NFL marriage counseling right after this.
on the Fan.
Yeah, here we go as we are riding on the drive here from the Finlay Hyundai Studios. Another show, another day brought to you by the Rev Golf Tour. STG. Use FAN50 to get $50 off. Call or text 435-414-6263 or sign up online at therevstg.com. All swings are welcome, even mine. Every skill level competes. How about that? So if you want to get signed up for some competitive golf, I know Tara carded her round yesterday.
I did, yes, out at Copper Rock.
There you go. She is on the Rev Tour, and if you'd like to join her, call 414-6263. 435-414-6263. And I think we want to get into something a little fun here. It's the off season. It's kind of a slow time in sports.
In honor of Mr. and Mrs. Swift's wedding this last weekend, we figured this might be kind of fun.
This is going to be really fun. We're going to get into some NFL marriage counseling today. And Tara is our marriage counselor. So we're going to let her take over and start with some of the happier couples.
Yeah, let's start with our happily married couples right now in the NFL.
Yeah.
And of course, you have to go to Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid for the Chiefs. And why this marriage is so happy and working out. They're at 3 Super Bowl championships together.
Yeah.
Nearly a decade of sustained AFC dominance. They're the old Patriots, right? Everybody's sick of the Chiefs winning.
Pretty much, yes. I'd agree.
And Reid continually evolves the offense around Mahomes. Mahomes has a lot of input and plays that he wants to try and do. And Reid is always happy to, let him do that and evolve the offense around him. And
there's a lot of trust in this relationship. There is a ton of trust. There's no chance of cheating or breaking up here. I think they love each other.
There's no infidelity.
Yeah, they're lovebirds. They love each other. I went to the Super Bowl, the Niners and the Chiefs, and the trust in this relationship too.
Right.
That's an overtime game. He puts the ball in the hands of Patrick Mahomes, and he just says, "Go do it.
Go do it."
And they go out and score in overtime and win that 3rd Super Bowl. I think this is one of the happier relationships in all of football with 3 championships together. Like you say, the dominance. So I think they are. You're right. Very happily married.
Yep, I would agree. All right, let's go to Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase with the Bengals. So these two they've been sweethearts since college. And that chemistry has never disappeared. They still carry that on. Chase consistently ranks among league leaders in explosive plays. He's one of the best.
Yes.
And Burrows trusts him in every critical moment. He's his go-to guy. And so this makes these two a power couple.
I like it. A power couple. The only thing I would say would be a reason for Jamar to be a little upset in this relationship. Yeah. Joe has had 2 season-ending injuries.
He's a little fragile.
And he had a 2025 injury that caused him to miss a huge portion of the season.
Yeah.
So realistically, 2 season enders and about half or more of the season.
Right.
Jamar's got to be a little frustrated.
Maybe a little worried. But I think as long as Burrows is healtty this next season,
they're high school sweethearts.
Good. They are. They're college sweethearts. They've been together a long time, so he's not going to give up on him just yet. But like I said, if he has another bad injury this season and is out, we could be seeing some other stuff.
So maybe some side pieces
friction.
Come around, some DM sliding, some of that business. All right, I understand. All right, let's go to the next one.
Okay, let's go to the honeymoon phase now.
All right.
And let's go with Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson to start. The Bears.
I like this one.
The Bears. So it's a new offensive system, but Johnson arrives with a reputation as one of football's, biggest offensive minds. And so expectations are sky high. So I think they're, kind of excited for what's to come.
Sure.
They're still enjoying everything.
Yeah. Still frisky and fun.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They're still posting their vacation pictures on Instagram, but they haven't actually paid a mortgage together yet.
All right.
So, like I said, this is kind of a newer thing.
Yeah. They're
the
having
honeymoon
fun.
phase.
They're enjoying each other.
So we'll see how this season turns out.
And Caleb, and for Johnson, to be Caleb's a very desirable piece. You know, a lot of people want to be with him, and Ben Johnson should be happy that he's nailed him down.
He's lucky, yeah,
because Caleb has been this enigma, like super talent since high school,
right?
And realistically, his first year in the NFL, his rookie year, he wasn't that good. He was just okay. But now Ben Johnson enters, and he has almost. They go to the playoffs. He has that incredible throw where he's going all the way back. back.
Right.
And like he didn't have that freedom in the previous offense under Matt Eberflus. So I think that Ben Johnson has clearly been the best thing that's ever happened to Caleb.
Yep, for sure. All right, let's go on to Drake May and AJ Brown. I'm excited about this one because Drake May, while they're in the honeymoon phase, came off an excellent season. You know, potentially a franchise quarterback. Yeah. He had a great season for the Patriots, really brought them back to life. Mm-hmm. However, he did that without a very good receiving core.
Yeah, so Stephon Diggs, his best receiver last year.
Yeah, yep. And then Booty.
And then Kayshon Boutte, yes.
Were his two receivers, and he still took him to the Super Bowl with that. So adding A.J. Brown, but why this is like the honeymoon phase too is Brown's kind of known to be a difficult personality.
He can be, yes.
So right now, I'm sure May is just ecstatic, over the moon, excited to have a strong receiver, but, you know, we'll see how it plays out here.
Well, I will say this for Drake May.
Yeah.
He should hold on to faith because even though AJ can be, you know, a little temperamental, a little tough to deal with, reads books on the sideline. He's a different guy.
Right.
He's a different guy. But I'll say this about him. He's only had one season in his entire career less than 1,000 yards receiving the football. His last season with Philly, a lot of people thought one of his worst. Still 1,003 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Yep, exactly.
So he clocks in, he makes plays. So Drake May, he's
giddy right now.
He's giddy. He's got a super attractive partner here.
Yep.
One that's very hot commodity on the market, and I think Drake should be happy that he saddled AJ down. And doesn't want to keep flirting and having side pieces with the Eagles, with other teams.
Yep.
He's locked in with the Patriots and Vrabel and May. Yep. So I think this will be a great budding relationship.
I think so too. All right, and this one may be my favorite of all time, Kirk Cousins and Fernando Mendoza. And why this is the honeymoon phase. So obviously Kirk Cousins is, you know, the veteran playing the perfect mentor. And Cousins has seen just about every situation in the NFL that a quarterback could have to face. He has been around for a long time. So he's very valuable to Mendoza as a mentor. And as of right now, there is still like no quarterback controversy. They seem to be, you know, getting along really well, besties all the time, best friends. And Mendoza gets a masterclass every day from Kirk Cousins. And it's frustrating, I know, because I want to see Mendoza start the season.
Sure.
But I still think bringing in Cousins was a brilliant move to help kind of groom Mendoza and get him ready for the NFL. And so for now, like, everybody is winning, and this relationship hasn't been tested yet. Like I said, once the season starts, we may see some quarterback friction between the two, but I kind of highly doubt it. And probably everybody has seen the schedule drop video. We have it. Let me.
And while you get that, I'll just say Kirk Cousins is the ultimate consummate good guy. Like he's actually one of the better human beings in the NFL.
And Fernando Mendoza seems to be the same way. Like their personalities just kind of seem to be like they're just very wholesome, good guys.
And then the only thing I would say, I think there might be a little friction in the honeymoon phase when their starter is named.
Right.
Like when they officially name the starter. Like whenever all the rumblings, the smoke have been that it'll be Kirk, it'll be Mendoza. We don't really know. But once the starter's named, I think there might be a little friction in that relationship. But we'll find out. But right now, they look chummy.
They do. Yeah, let me pipe this up. This is the release video. And it's Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Face off.
Hey. I'm Kirk.
I'm Fernando.
They're so awkward.
You're going to have to call me Kirk O'Chains.
Kirk O'Chains.
Cool. You're going to have to call me the Nandalorian.
Fernandalorian.
So this is the locker room. And rule number 1 is do not step on the shield.
What happens if I sneeze around it?
Don't do it.
What if I...
Don't do it. So what's the best Star Wars movie? Empire Strikes Back or Rogue One?
Ha! Trick question. Star Wars A New Hope.
which was originally titled just Star Wars in 1977, but then they changed it to Star Wars New Hope in 1981. Say your favorite football play on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Turbo right, 63 wide shallow. Jinx!
Did we just become best friends?
Yup!
Nice!
So that is just a sample. Like, these two are just goofballs, and they're having the time of their life right now in the honeymoon phase.
Super compatible. I think they will definitely go the distance. I think Kirk will be supportive if Mendoza's the starter. I think Mendoza will be supportive if Kirk's the starter.
Yeah.
I think both their egos will be a little challenged there, you know, when they lose the starting job. That's why I say there could be some friction.
Right.
But
so right now, they're taking the long walks on the practice field, watching film together, finishing each other's coverages. You know, they're the NFL's honeymoon couple. So,
that's right.
Yeah. But we'll see. Like you said, once that
I think
starter drops,
this one to be determined. I think we'll have to we'll have to get an update on this about 6 months out, 3 months out, something like that.
Halfway through the season. All right, let's move to who's sleeping on the couch right now, and let's start with Trevor Lawrence and Liam Cohen with the Jaguars. And this is because Lawrence hasn't consistently become the superstar that everybody expected. He has not been consistent at all.
Yes.
And so now they're going through another offensive reset and pressure is mounting. So the Jaguars have missed expectations despite, Lawrence supposedly being this superstar talent.
Yes.
So there's a lot of frustration.
Number one overall pick out of Clemson. He had a ton of expectation coming into the league.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. He could still be great, but right now, they're not fighting, but nobody's talking at the dinner table either. It's just awkward silence. Like, I'll just sleep on the couch tonight.
And the Jaguars did make the playoffs last year, but it ended in, kind of puzzling fashion for Florence and them and the Jaguars. So I think that this relationship has a chance to work out. I could see sleeping on the couch right now.
Right.
But I think Trevor there's still a lot of belief in him. He was re-upped to a big deal. Like the front office of Jacksonville believes in him. Does Liam, though? Do those two, are they as compatible as some of these past relationships we've talked about?
Right.
I don't know, because normally Liam's job coincides with how good Trevor is.
Yeah, exactly.
So Liam can feel the hot seat, if they have a bad year this year.
Right.
Trevor starts, degrading in his performance.
Yep.
I don't know. I like that when he's sleeping on the couch. I think that Trevor needs to be what he was drafted to be, and that was a generational player.
Exactly. All right, let's move on to who is in marriage counseling. And let's start with Dak Prescott and Brian Schottenheimer with the Cowboys.
Okay.
So, the new head coach, huge expectations. Every loss creates headlines, and Dak's playoff chokes contributed to the fallout between the coach. So this isn't a happy marriage right now. I mean, they're still together, but they're definitely seeing someone every Tuesday in office. So Prescott owns one of the league's, better regular season winning percentages.
Yes.
But as soon as that playoff hits,
he's 2-5 in the playoffs.
It's a crapshoot.
With 14 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, so a 2-to-1 ratio. He hasn't been the reason they've lost every playoff game, but he certainly hasn't been the reason they've won.
They've won, exactly.
So, his first year they lost to the Packers. Second year they lost to the Rams, who ended up winning the Super Bowl that year. The wild card, they lost to the Niners. 3 playoff runs in a row, they were derailed by the Niners. So, the 49ers are kind of the boogeyman for Dak and the playoffs. But like you said,
the playoffs are just the boogeyman for Dak.
That's right. The playoffs in general. But in the regular season, like you said, very good regular season quarterback, puts up great numbers, almost won the MVP a couple years ago. But I understand why they're sleeping on the couch. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, probably another reason. Keeping him out of the bedroom here, not letting him in, because those two receivers are two of the best in the NFL, both 1,000+ yard receivers last year. They have a great offense. Like, what's holding Dak back?
Right.
Why can't he get the key wins in the key games? So I agree. This is the guy that needs to be on the couch until he proves otherwise.
All right. Let's go with one more. Let's go Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni with the Eagles. So, and these guys have obviously both won a lot.
Yes.
But questions about offensive identity still surface. And these slumps just fuel speculation. Like, what is going on here? Because they should like the Cowboys, be winning a lot more.
Yes.
So these two, are visiting the counseling office as well.
I've got one for this.
Okay.
I think Jalen, was kind of flirting with AJ Brown.
Right.
He was kind of the side piece.
Okay.
Side piece
That
is
would
out
make
now.
sense. Right?
Shipped off.
Shipped off
to New England. So now Jalen can focus truly on Nick.
Yeah.
He can just buy into Nick's system and his offense and reshape it around Jalen.
Right.
And partly, they got to meet halfway in this relationship.
They do, yeah.
Sirianni's got to build the offense around Jalen because Jalen is your star quarterback that's won a Super Bowl for you.
Yeah.
So you have to tailor like a custom suit. You have to tailor your offense around Jalen Hurts if you want this relationship to survive.
Yeah,
He's
you absolutely
on the couch.
do. Like what Andy Reid has done for Mahomes. Like that's what needs to happen here with Nick and Jalen.
And Jalen is not the same quarterback as Mahomes.
No,
obviously.
he's not.
But he has his strengths.
But
he
you
can
still
run
have
the
to
ball.
build an offense around him.
That's right. And he can throw the deep ball. He can run the ball. He can do a lot of things. So I think the offense needs to drastically change.
Right.
It doesn't need to be about getting A.J. Brown the ball. That seemed like one of the big
the
memos. Like, let's get the ball to A.J. to keep him quiet.
Yep.
So now that's Drake May's problem. He's got him in the honeymoon phase.
And he's happy to get him the ball. He is just ecstatic.
He wants to feed him.
That is that's a relationship made in heaven. So.
Whereas Jalen, when Jalen would ask, AJ to go make him a sandwich or something, he would say no.
No.
But when Drake asked
you go make me a sandwich.
And then when Drake asked him to make a sandwich, he's very happy to oblige now.
Yeah.
Right now.
So,
so I agree. Hurts and Sirianni definitely in marriage counseling.
All right. Let's move on to who is filing for divorce. Here we go. Let's start with Bryce Young and Dave Canales with the Panthers.
Okay.
So their improvement has been inconsistent, if not like non-existent. Carolina desperately needs a franchise breakthrough, and pressure is increasing every week for this team. So, like, if this season doesn't work out, someone is definitely moving out. It's going to be the end.
Yeah, Bryce Young in the final year of his 5-year rookie deal, they picked up his rookie option. They did squeak into the playoffs last year with not a very good team.
Right.
Canales is said to be a quarterback whisperer. He fixed Baker Mayfield. He fixed a lot of quarterbacks in the past. And I mean, Baker Mayfield was on a couch before he got the call to play for the Rams, and then they got picked up. So a lot of these quarterbacks, they're in and out of the league. And I think Bryce Young will be another guy, number 1 overall pick that's in and out of the league. And it's not like we've never seen it. Baker Mayfield, number 1 pick, was on a couch.
Right.
And now he's an almost all pro for the Buccaneers.
The Bucs, yeah.
So I just don't think Bryce Young and Dave Canales work with the Panthers. Maybe Bryce Young, new face, new place.
Yeah.
Maybe find some new wooing lover to take him in.
There, yeah.
But I don't think it'll be with the Panthers. I think this one is headed for divorce. I think they will after this season. This is the final ride. This is like the last kind of hoorah to make things right and fix things between the two parties. But I don't think it will. I think there's a lot of animosity.
Yep.
You took Bryce Young, number 1 overall. You probably expected big things from him. And he just really hasn't delivered. I know they did go to the playoffs, but he's got a lot more offensive talent the last couple of years and still is just putting up pedestrian numbers.
Yep.
You can't draft Bryce Young in fantasy really unless you're totally desperate or in a
Unless you're in a
two-quarterback league.
quarterback league and desperate. Yeah, exactly.
So you
like
definitely
our league.
like our league. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I will say that one is probably headed for divorce.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's move on to this one. This is a threesome.
Oh,
that
a throuple.
a throuple that's going to be filing for divorce here soon. J.J. McCarthy, Justin Jefferson, and Kyler Murray.
Yo, this one's spicy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one, the honeymoon never really even happened. So McCarthy has yet to consistently unlock the league's best receiver, and Jefferson's patience is running thin.
It is.
They're, getting really sick of each other. So, and Jefferson is asking, can you still make me happy? I don't think so, McCarthy.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that there's definitely some issues here.
Right.
There's some deep-seated stuff between Kyler and JJ as well. Because
where
Kyler's
Kyler
entering
seems
the
like
frame.
he's kind of in the middle, too, just kind of being like, guys, can't we all just get along? Like,
He's the
why
new
is there,
guy in this.
Right.
Last year they had all their friction between JJ and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
But this year Kyler just walks into it. He's kind of that new face in a new place, just trying to meet some people, mingle a little bit.
Yeah.
But right now.
Find where he fits in. And
get in where he fits in type thing.
Right.
But I mean, it doesn't seem, we got a little audio clip here from Kyler and JJ. And they're both vying for Justin Jefferson's love and catches. They both want to be the one throwing the ball to Justin Jefferson next year. And this is how the dynamic is between JJ and Kyler.
Kyler, can you describe your relationship with JJ to this point?
It's been great. It's been great. Obviously, I know he's a younger guy, so any way I can help him. Obviously, I feel like I've played 7 years now, going on 8. So I'm considered a veteran, even though I don't see myself as that. Give him any knowledge that he needs. Again, we're both competitors, and I know we both want what's best for the team.
Has he been receptive to hearing criticism?
Of course. Yeah, he's overly acceptive, and he's always communicating, asking questions, stuff like that. So it's been good.
So Kyler sounds good.
Been like with Kyler so far?
It's just like two guys in a classroom. He sits on one side, I sit on the other side, and it's the coach's responsibility to teach us and coach us. So,
is there any awkwardness between you two?
Awkwardness, it's just like the same feeling, when you're in high school and there's another person on the other side of the room. That's just kind of how it is. So I wouldn't say there's any awkwardness.
It's like, you're a grown man, though, dude. You are not in high school anymore. Stop acting like it.
And JJ has started over under 8.5 games in his career. I'll let you take a guess.
JJ?
JJ McCarthy. He was hurt all his entire rookie
say under,
year. 10 games, so slightly over. So a lot of people ready to call him a bust after 10 games. Like totally write him off, move on to Kyler Murray, new era in Minnesota.
Right.
And it sounds like Justin Jefferson doesn't really love the habits of J.J. McCarthy. This is what he said earlier on in OTAs just this year.
That's not my job. Of course, I would love for him to be here. Of course, I would love for him to be the quarterback, especially off of this year. I feel like he needs to show everybody and prove to everybody that he is that top-tier quarterback. So I would love to have him, and I love to work with him and show everybody he is that number one guy. But I feel like it starts in the offseason. Starts that offseason work and building that connection, eliminating those habits that he had that we felt that hindered him throughout the season. So just working on those little bitty bits of his game, but he's still young. He still has learning to do and growing to do. So that's all part of the game. But it's up to me to require more from him and to work with him more.
Oh man, that
was kind of just a backhanded. Like that was a very nice way to say that he's lazy and has some things he needs to work on. Why isn't his butt out here practicing?
Because he backtracked a couple times. He kind of sheepishly laughed. He said, he's young, kind of like to throw him a bone a little bit after just crushing him, for that first 50 seconds of that clip. But he's young though, He's definitely young. He's only played in 10 games. It's his second year in the NFL, but a lot of people around the NFL willing to write this off.
Yep.
And I think this throuple will not survive. There's got to be one partner that emerges with Justin Jefferson.
Right. Yeah.
And
Justin Jefferson wants candlelit dinners, and JJ McCarthy keeps forgetting to make the reservation.
Yeah.
And so
he's taking him to Arby's.
Yeah. They're not just sleeping on the couch anymore. The lawyers have been contacted.
Okay. All right. So
I like Kyler Murray better too.
Okay. Yeah, I think Kyler, from that clip alone, he showed that he's just the more mature one in the room.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and Kyler, this was a guy that had to have a clause in his contract that he had to watch a certain amount of film hours.
Right, yeah.
Because he was the rumor that he was a big Call of Duty nut, he was video gaming all the time. So
Maybe he was playing Madden, though. He's still working on his skills and play calling.
That's right. Maybe he was playing Madden. You come to his defense. Right. I like that. Everyone deserves a little defense. All right. So we got any more?
Okay, let's move on to the couples that have been happily married and are ready to renew their vows.
A good way to end the segment.
Yes.
So much sad news, but now we got some good news.
Let's go to the good love. Let's go to Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur.
Oh.
And this took a major leap after taking over for Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
For Jordan Love. And the young roster continues to improve. And another deep playoff run could cement them among the league's elite this season. So that's why I think they are ready to renew their vows and, keep it together. So one of the NFL's youngest playoff teams, and then the top 10 offense when they're healthy. So
yeah, I mean, there was a lot of smoke about, in the early season, there's always overreactions. Last year, Green Bay started, I think, 4 or 5-0.
Wasn't great, yeah.
They started off hot.
Yeah.
And then they kind of fell off in the middle of the year and then picked it up at the end, made the playoffs. But a lot of people were saying when they started 4-0 or maybe 5-0, they were like, Green Bay is a Super Bowl contender. They can win with Jordan Love. I think there's belief in Jordan Love with the staff, with the organization. And Matt LaFleur is one of the brightest young offensive minds in the NFL calling plays and as a head coach. So I think this one is one where they should renew. They should definitely get together, renew their vows, strengthen their love.
Right? Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go to, this is probably my favorite one too, Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay. I love this love story. They've already won a Super Bowl together.
Yes.
Stafford continues to just play lights out, playing at a very high level. And McVay has rebuilt the roster around him. And I think McVay really is a brilliant coach.
Yeah.
An NFL mind.
He is.
And so I think what he has done for the Rams has been spectacular. So they've already renewed their vows once. Now they're seeing if they've got one more championship anniversary left in them.
And maybe there is one more run for the Rams. They just add Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
They've got the offensive and defensive players of the year last year.
Yeah.
So they've got Devin pretends to not be afraid of the Rams. He's like, oh, no big deal. They got Myles Garrett, no big deal. And I'm just like, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Because Myles Garrett just broke the sack record. Matt Stafford just won the MVP. You've got two of the best players going right now in their
like
in their
you said,
respective
the best offensive and defensive players in the league.
That's right. So I think it's going to be really cool to see how they handle things, how the NFC West shakes out. That'll be one of the hottest, hotly contested divisions in the NFL with the Seahawks, the 49ers, the Rams.
Right.
Should be some great games between those teams this fall. So we got any more, buddy?
That's it.
All right.
That's all I got for you.
All right. You did a great job there. That segment was brought to you today by Prime IV STG. PrimeIVSTG.com to book an appointment. Celebrate the holiday, 4th of July specials from June 28th through July. Oh, that one's not going anymore. July 3rd. I'm sorry.
Oh, but that one just ended.
They still have limited time July specials happening throughout the entire month at Prime IV Hydration and Wellness. So go check them out. 435-522-5005 or PrimeIVSTG.com. We're going to grab the quick break. Be back with the wrap of the first hour right after this.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
Final segment of the first hour here on The Drive, and it's brought to you by Game Day Men's Health. For a free tea test to reclaim your game, tea as low as just $50 a week. Lowest price if you sign up this month in July. Book your appointment now at Game Day Men's Health. Call or text 435-265-4223 to get that tea test for free and get set up with Game Day Men's Health. All right, we are winding down the hour. A riveting segment that we just went through, the NFL marriage counseling. Really enjoyed that. As a lot of Jazz fans have probably been enjoying the Summer League, I would venture to say, because they've got their newest, brightest, shiny toy shining like a star out there. How about Darren Peterson?
Shine bright like a diamond.
Who sings that one?
I don't know.
I forget. But
obviously
it's a hit.
not me. Is it Rihanna?
It was a great rendition. I loved it. But in his first two games, Darren Peterson, 28, 5-2 last night, which was a great.
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. I'm sorry. And he did have the 8 turnovers in that game, but really a good offensive performance combined with 5 rebounds defensively is really good for a guard. Then he kind of shows his assist touch last night against the Grizzlies. Gives out 12 helpers to his teammates, combined with 2 points and the 25-point scoring.
Right.
I think it's time to start getting excited about DP.
Yeah, I
you
think
as
so.
someone who wasn't excited about DP.
No,
are you turning the corner?
I said I was going to give him a chance.
You were going to give him a chance. That's right.
So yeah, I'm turning the corner.
You're turning the corner.
This is Summer League, though.
It is Summer League. He's not playing against top tier competition.
Right.
I understand, but
I still have high hopes. Yeah.
Yes, you should.
Yep. But it's kind of funny. This guy that posted this says AJ DeBonza got no choice but to hoop.
He's got
to show up. Yeah,
he's definitely got to play well.
Kind of anxious to see how DeBonza does compared to Peterson.
Yes,
so,
it should be fun to track. They will play each other on your birthday, July 9th.
Thursday.
They will be playing at the Thomas and Mack Arena down there in Vegas. It should be probably the most watched Summer League game all Summer League.
I know. I will be down in Vegas. I'm going to go to the Aviators game, but I'm like, maybe I want to go check out the Summer League game.
Okay. Options for Tara.
I know. There's
Atkin. Options. I think it'd be fun to see the top two picks going at it. We really don't know how, because they pull these guys in Summer League. Sometimes they only play like 2 games, 3 games. I'm sure Peterson did the Salt Lake circuit because a lot of Jazz fans in the building.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of Jazz fans in Vegas to see him, of course, but how many games will he play before they shut him down for the Summer League? Wembanyama only played 1. Cooper Flagg only played 1. So, sometimes when they make it to Vegas, it's a short stint for them to play and be able to be showcased to the fans down there in Vegas.
I think he's going to want to play, though, because it's going to be against DeBonza. And I feel like both DeBonza and Peterson have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder.
Sure.
Like with each other, they weren't real friendly. There was definitely some ice there, at the draft.
Yeah.
And I think they both feel like they have something to prove against the other one. So I would hope that they'd play quite a bit down there in Vegas.
Yeah.
I think they're going to want to.
Whether
or not their coach is going to let them.
Or the organization wants to just get them ready for the regular season, so the top picks. Now, a lot of guys are going to play throughout the entire summer.
Well, I'm just saying DeBonza and Peterson.
You want them both to continue to play.
Just in Vegas.
In Vegas, yeah.
So, yeah.
If
I don't want to see them benched.
That's a storyline, though, to track throughout the next couple weeks is how much do these two superstars that you can pretty much plug and play on your opening night roster in the regular season. How much do you want to risk them getting hurt, something like that. So that's the dilemma that most of these teams are facing is they've got these high price acquisitions they just got in the draft.
Yep.
And they want to roll them out in the regular season for their fans when the games count. But, I still think that you're right. I think the reps in the Summer League should be not taken for granted. I think they are valuable for a developing player. And I think it should be something to track. I think we'll have fun following it throughout the summer. Starting July 9th, that's the big one. DeBonza, Peterson, under the lights in Vegas at Thomas and Mack. It should be an amazing game. Those two will definitely be trying to one up each other. We talked about the AAU game when Peterson had over 60, DeBonza had over 50.
Yeah,
I think the guys will be trying to match each other at every turn.
Right,
So
and that's the important one. And if they sit out the rest of the summer league, I don't really care.
Okay, no, that's what I mean. They might just play one, and then that might be the one
and
that
that's
they
the one that I want to see them play.
Yes, absolutely. So that'll be something we'll be following throughout the summer league, tracking Darren Peterson and, frankly, AJ DeBonza too, because he was a BYU Cougar, even though he's on the Washington Wizards. I think a lot of people want to see how he does going forward. So we'll track both their careers in the summer league and going forward into the regular season throughout the year here on The Drive. But that's going to wrap us up on the first hour here. Thanks so much for listening. The first hour today brought to you by Zag. Protect it better. Get $20 off any phone repair at the 2 St. George or 1 Cedar City Zag. Just mention this radio special and they will gladly take off that $20 for you. And Zag, great partner of The Drive and the Fan Sports Network. Been with us for a long time. Shout out to those guys. I know for me, I've had a few screen protectors that have gone kaput, and I've gone right over there. They replaced it immediately, put a fresh one on there for me. It looks great. So nothing better than having a new screen protector on your phone. So, and the first hour as well brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. It's fantastic. Get out and play great golf for a great price. Call for tee times, 435-688-1700. That's 435-688-1700, or at coralcanyongolf.com. Go see our good friend Marco Leone, the Coral Canyon Golf Course, home of the Utah State Long Drive as well. We just had a great tournament out there. A lot of fun. It was really a great time had by all. So if you haven't played Coral Canyon, get out and go play. So that'll wrap us up on the first hour. Thanks so much for being with us. We got a jam-packed second hour coming at you right after this quick break.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
Walk away. I love this one. Good
do too.
Weezer song.
Yeah.
You've heard the Weezer story about me jumping the fence, right?
Yeah, you tried.
No, I did. That's the thing that gets misinterpreted.
I guarantee you went around somehow and then just said you jumped the fence.
I have a source that saw me jump. And Devin was already our friend Andy.
Devin.
Our friend Andy. he was right beside me as I vaulted that baby.
Okay. Yeah. You don't make it, it's your own damn fault.
But I was right up front. Weezer, I saw that song among many others. They're a great live band.
I love Weezer, yeah.
Very good. So this segment, Top 8 today, brought to you by Game Day Men's Health. Book your appointment at Game Day Men's Health. Call or text 435-265-4223 to reclaim your game. Tea as low as just $50 a week. Lowest price if you sign up in the month of July. Let's jump into it here on The Drive. All right, sad headline to start here. First headline needs to be this. The U.S. men's national team falls in troubling fashion. Oh, it was devastating. 4-1 to Belgium, where the only goal for the U.S. was answered within 63 seconds.
Yeah.
The tie game was not a tie for long.
No.
And Belgium, right after they potted that second goal, would go on to pot two more. One on a miscue by Freeze and net, where he kind of came out of the box, tried to play the ball. It was an awkward exchange. He had a U.S. player right beside him, but the Belgium attacker struck the ball into a wide open net to make it 3-1. Then Lukaku would add the fourth one in the waning minutes of the game to give Belgium the win, 4-1 over the USA. Very sad that the World Cup run has come to an end. I know we were swept up in it. We were at watch parties.
I'm still swept up in it. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, the U.S.
but
alone.
just the U.S.
Yes.
Yeah.
The run for them comes to an end. The rest of the World Cup rages on, as we will still be watching and enjoying. But yes, for the U.S., it is over. They were 35-1 underdog to win the World Cup, and that chase ends. All right, let's go.
Number 2.
Next one here, Mauricio Pochettino, would not offer an indication about whether he wants to remain as coach of the United States men's national team following the Americans' exit from the World Cup on Monday. I think this would be something we really need. We need to bring back Pochettino. I think he was a very good coach with this group. I think they're going to build with him.
Yeah.
I don't think they need to stray away. I think this is a very good results for the U.S. men's national team, and they should look to build on this, not restart and build anew with a new coach.
Right.
I think they should bring back Mauricio.
Well, they have 4 years to do that. So they're going to go back and play for their own respective teams for the next 4 years, and then they'll put a team together again. So, yeah, it could be totally different, but they could keep him. You never know.
I'd like to see
there could be somebody step up that's even better, though. You never know.
Yeah.
4 years is,
it's a long time. Yeah, absolutely. But he has made no indication one way or the other if he will be the United States men's national team. I assume he would be given the opportunity to come back if he wanted to. That'd be my initial inclination. But that is number 2. Let's keep going.
Number 3.
Spain waits till stoppage time to pot the game winner to defeat Ronaldo in Portugal. 1-0. Mikel Merino potted the winner in a thrilling game. I watched the entire 90 minutes in stoppage time of this one. This was a game where you kind of thought that you didn't know who was going to win.
Right.
I mean, Portugal didn't have as many chances, but they had some dangerous chances. Ronaldo had 3 shots on net, kind of turned back the clock, kind of vintage Ronaldo in some of those plays. But it wasn't enough as Mikel Merino, Yamin Lamal, Mikel Oyarzabal, they move on to the next round as they win 1-0 over Portugal in a thrilling game in World Cup action. Let's go to the next one.
Number 4.
The Utah Jazz and the Darren Peterson show were on display last night. The Jazz win 109-100 over Cameron Boozer, the number 3 pick, and the Grizzlies. Peterson had 25 points and 12 assists, paced the way for the Jazz as they start the Summer League action off to a hot start both as a team and their star number 2 overall pick, Darren Peterson. He had a big game and continues to show well in his early stint in Utah. All right, let's go to the next one.
Number 5.
This was a troubling story. Former Kentucky basketball player Kerr Kriisa has been arrested and indicted on a $2.2 million fraud scheme, the Department of Justice announced on Monday. Kriisa, 6'3" guard from Estonia, who played at Kentucky, Arizona, West Virginia, and Cincinnati over 6 seasons, allegedly carried out a scheme to obtain nearly $2.2 million from multiple victims using false representations, fabricated identities, and deceptive communications, per the DOJ's news release on the arrest. This sounds like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Sounds like a really bad guy. Apparently, he lied and said his mom had cancer and needed money for the surgeries. He said the family farm back in Estonia was going to go kaput if he didn't get money to save it. So he swindled. He swindled quite a few people, and makes it really hard to see this guy he's not going to get off easy. This is federal territory. Point shaving was also alleged in some of the charges as well. So Kerr Kriisa, former college basketball player, now just a bad guy, bad schemer. I'll just say that. Scammer, schemer, whatever you want to call it. Let's go to the next one.
Number 6.
All right, this one is close to my heart here. The Washington Capitals star Alex Ovechkin won't commit to this being his final NHL season. He said, quote, "We'll see. Right now I'm focusing on coming back to D.C. and showing that I'm still a good player and I can help the team win," he said. When asked if 2026-27 will be his last ride, he also said his wife gave him the clearance on this year to play in the NHL. She said, "Play one more, maybe two." That's what her quote was. So pretty cool stuff.
Makes me love his wife even more.
Nastia. She's a great Nastia Ovechkin.
She's beautiful.
Yes, she is. Awesome lady. So let's go to the next one here.
Number 7.
Number 7 is going to be the World Cup slate today, as you've got quite a few big ones over the next couple days. But first one starts off at 10 a.m. on Fox. Argentina takes on the upstart and looking for the upset, Egypt.
Yeah.
That'll be Egypt is a big underdog. Argentina minus 310, almost 3-1 favorite. Over under 2.5 goals in the game. Like I said, 10 a.m. on Fox. And then 2 p.m. on Fox, you get a little matinee action between Switzerland and Colombia. Colombia, the slight favorite, plus 125. Over under in that game, 2.5 goals. So, pretty interesting to see that there's still some great games. Don't worry that the U.S. may be gone. Still some awesome games to watch in World Cup action. All right, let's go to the last headline here.
Number 8.
All right, Cleveland Cavaliers star Donovan Mitchell. This one just breaking about a minute ago, or 6 minutes ago from Shams. Cleveland Cavaliers star Donovan Mitchell has agreed to a new 4-year, $273 million maximum contract extension that includes a player option for the 2030-31 season and a full trade kicker. CAA's co-head of basketball, Austin Brown, told ESPN on Tuesday. Mitchell could have waited until next summer for an additional worth of an extra $80 million on the deal. He instead committed on the long-term extension on the first day he was eligible for the new contract to stamp his pledge to Cleveland. Mitchell was entering the last guaranteed season of his contract ahead of the 27-player option, which now gets replaced by the new deal. So Donovan Mitchell, the new owner of a $273 million contract.
Good for him.
If you sign that, what would you do? What would be your first purchase with your $273 million contract?
I don't know.
The options are limitless, right?
Yeah.
So instead, he could have signed 5 years, $353 million, but instead wanted to go ahead and pledge his allegiance to Cleveland. All right, that will be the end of our top 8 at 8 today, and it is brought to you by Zag. Protect it better. Get screen protectors that are just the best on the market. Cases, everything. They got all the accessories over at Zag. And if you need a phone repair, how about this? $20 off. All you got to do is mention the radio special, and they will take off that $20 for you at the 2 St. George or 1 Cedar City Zag. We're going to take the quick break. Be back with Would You Rather right after this. Back live here on The Drive. It's been a fun one from the Finlay Hyundai Studios. Hope you've enjoyed as we are going to jump into a little Would You Rather in a second, and it is brought to you today by Coral Canyon Golf Course. It's fantastic. Get out and play great golf for a great price. Tara was just out there enjoying the $80 special that you can take part in. $80 includes a range balls, 18 holes, a cart, and lunch for just that $80 price. Book right now at coralcanyongolf.com or 435-688-1700 to get that special. All right, let's jump into it here. We got a couple good ones. All right, got some hard-hitting ones here. As let's start with a non-sports one. How about that to break us in here? All right, you're at a 4th of July cookout, right? Mm-hmm. Two of the American staples, hot dog or cheeseburger, as easy as that. I'll pose the question to you.
I got to say, for the 4th of July, I got to do a hot dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you got to have a glitzy on the 4th of July.
That surprises me.
It's like you going out to the ball game, you got to get that hot dog. You just got to do it.
Okay, so hot dogs, do you like a little char, a little black on it? Okay, you do. Okay, some people don't like that. But
I like the char.
You like the char. Yeah. Okay, so you like
And then I like it loaded, too. Put some sauerkraut on there and, the mustard, ketchup, load it up. Maybe some jalapeno.
Do you like a chili dog?
No.
No. Okay.
I
do
like
like a chili cheese dog. I do.
No.
But I don't like sauerkraut, so I can't. I'll meet you there. We'll meet in the middle.
So you're not into like the Chicago dogs. You like the chili dogs.
My good buddy is from Illinois, and he has had a million Chicago dogs.
Yeah.
He actually found a place in town, Freddy's Steak Burgers.
Oh.
That used to serve the Chicago dog.
Yeah.
So he would go there special just to get that dog.
Right.
And he's like, it's as close as I can get to home in St. George. And I was like, okay.
Nice.
But I don't like the Chicago dog. That's the one with the tomato and all the stuff, right?
No, I just do the sauerkraut.
Oh, and the peppers, right? Is there peppers? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really love the Chicago dog. I love a chili cheese dog, love a ketchup mustard dog, but I'm going to go cheeseburger here.
Okay.
Cheeseburger on the 4th of July. You get some lettuce, tomato, pickles, all kinds of that good stuff, onions. You make up a great cheeseburger and you'll be full as can be, happy as can be. I think I'll go cheeseburger. You're going hot dog with a little char on it.
I'm going to go hot dog, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
With the sauerkraut and all the fixins, as they say.
Yeah, the grilled onions and all the good stuff.
All the good stuff. All right. Let's go to the next one here. We'll go in the sports realm. How about the number 3 pick overall to the Grizzlies, Cameron Boozer, or the number 4 pick overall, Caleb Wilson, to the Bulls? Which one do you think will have the better rookie season?
This one is hard. Because I'm a huge Boozer fan.
Yes.
And I've always really liked him, and I would have even been happy to have him go number 2 to the Jazz.
Yes.
However, Caleb Wilson, I think I'm going to have to say I think he has a better rookie season than Boozer. So they're both kind of have the same length, same size. They're very comparable in that aspect of it.
Sure.
But I think that Caleb is like just a better defensive player.
Okay.
And I think, I don't know, because he had that hand injury, Wilson did, so we didn't really get to see his full potential.
That's
I just feel like there was a lot more in the tank there for Caleb Wilson that we just didn't get to see. So I do think Caleb Wilson will have the better
rookie year.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go Boozer. I like Caleb Wilson a lot and his athletic features. I think he's the better athlete.
Defensive versatility. Yeah. Like he doesn't need play to run for him to impact winning. Like he's just
he's a great player.
Yeah.
And I think you're right about the
he's
hand
an athletic
injury.
Wing. Yeah. We just didn't get to see everything.
Kind of stole some games from us as viewers of Caleb Wilson. So I'm going to go Boozer just because I think the Grizzlies are pretty much at ground zero here. They don't have much around him. I mean, he's going to be the star. He's going to be the guy that gets fed the ball. He's the new face of Memphis. And I'm not saying Caleb isn't the face of Chicago.
Yeah,
he is.
The Bulls don't have much.
The Bulls don't have a lot, but they got a little more than the Grizz. So I'm going to go Cameron Boozer has the better rookie season. I don't know if we did this for the career. That would be harder for me. I think I would maybe even lean Wilson in the career prospects. But for the rookie season, I think the Grizzlies are going to want to showcase that new shiny toy, and they're going to feed him that ball.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Cameron Boozer to have the better rookie year. All right. This one's where it gets tough. This is where we have to draw the line in the sand where we stand early. What are we, July 7th?
Yeah.
July 7th, Utes or Cougars? More wins next year.
Hi.
Football.
I am looking at the schedules.
Yes.
And BYU's got, but Utah has a pretty tough schedule as well.
Yeah. Arkansas game.
Yeah. The Razorbacks. They've got Kansas. They've got Colorado. I don't think is going to be tough, but they do have Cincy. They do play BYU, Arizona.
Arizona will be good.
Yeah, West Virginia, that's a win. I'm kidding. Sorry, buddy.
Come on, buddy. Throwing shade this early in the morning.
Right? Oh, I'm sorry. I just had to throw that out there.
So what do you...
But, okay, and then I'm looking at BYU, of course, Cincy, Iowa State, UCF, Kansas, Georgia Tech, Texas Tech.
Georgia Tech?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, no, sorry. That was an old one.
Oh, okay.
I went up too far. So no, they don't play Georgia Tech.
That was the Pop-Tart Bowl.
That was the Pop-Tart Bowl. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, Baylor. I don't know. I'm gonna say I think BYU has more wins.
Okay. All right. You got belief in Bear and Roderick in that offense, as well as a lot of returners on defense.
Yeah.
No Jay Hill, though.
No Jay Hill.
And that's why I go Utah.
Okay.
I think Utah's defense will be the difference here. I think both offenses about to be very good with returning quarterbacks, a lot of returning production in their skill positions along Utah loses their two bookend tackles in Lomu and Fano, go both to the draft. So they got to reset on the offensive line a little bit.
Right.
But I think they're bringing back a lot of skill from the receiver, tight end, running back, and quarterback. So, and I think I trust Scally more defensively than I do the Jay Hill-less BYU staff. So I'm going to go Utah slightly over. I'm going to go Utah 10 wins, BYU 9 wins.
Oh, okay.
The 1-win edge goes to the Utes.
Right.
And they do get West Virginia the last game of the year.
So you think the Utes beat BYU?
Yes, I do.
That'll be the 1-win edge, huh?
That is. That's my that's the big swing game
That's
in the
the
series,
lean,
of course. But I think Utah does have a slightly easier schedule as well. Non-conference features Utah State, a winnable game, and Arkansas, kind of a middle tier SEC team, not a great team, not a horrible team, but Notre Dame, much tougher opponent for BYU in the non-conference. So they do play Utah Tech in the non-conference as well, and Utah takes on Idaho. So you figure both teams will start 1-0. Utah gets going fast with that home game against Arkansas September 12th, the second week of the season. So, yes, it starts out quick for the Utes. They'll have to show their mettle early. But I think if they win that Arkansas game, get through the Utah State game, get through non-conference undefeated, that's a major step above BYU because BYU's got to play Notre Dame in the smack dab in the middle of the season. Right. So kind of going to be an interesting dynamic to follow throughout that year. So you're going BYU. I'm going Utah. All right. Let's go to this one here. This one might hurt you in the heart a little bit. Raiders or Jets to have more wins next year?
This is easy.
You're going with the Raiders.
I'm going with the Raiders.
All
the
right.
Jets, because I've been looking at their schedule, both schedules here.
Yeah.
And the Jets have the 5th toughest schedule.
Oh.
Raiders have the 19th toughest.
Okay.
So I think, I believe in my Raiders. I think they're going to have more wins than the Jets this year.
All right.
And I believe in Mendoza and Cousins and they're Genty, Ashton Genty, and all of those guys. So, yeah.
A year ago, if we just go by last year, they were 3-14, the Raiders.
Yeah.
So a lot of room to improve there. A lot of room to get better.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, you could see them double their win total.
Oh, yeah.
From a year ago.
Right.
Whereas the Jets, who I don't think have a ton in the stable. They got Geno starting as their quarterback, and he might have
not impressed
you're already
by that.
ready to jump on that. Yeah. He could have a revival. It could have just been a bad system.
No, the Jets is where quarterbacks go to die. That is the quarterback graveyard.
You're right.
Is the Jets.
I'm not saying it's a great fertile breeding ground for great quarterbacks.
No, that's not where you go to thrive and and move on.
That's right. And the Jets last year, I mean, they were just awful as well. Wins. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the last year. They were 3-14 too. So both teams starting on the same level. Both teams are trying to improve from 3-win
From ground
seasons.
up. Yeah.
So they're some of the lowest win totals in the NFL. Both teams set at 4.5. So 5 wins you the bet. So I think they both get to close to 5. I'm going to go with the Raiders more wins this year.
Nice.
One, because you mentioned the schedule strength.
Right.
Jets somehow, after having an atrocious 3-14 season, 4th in their division, still have the 5th toughest schedule in the NFL. That makes little to no sense.
And I mean, the AFC West is a gauntlet, so it's not like the Raiders have an easy road.
But Mahomes out half the season, presumably. So you got one of those Chiefs games early. I haven't looked closely.
It is early.
It is. Okay. So you could probably bank a win against the Chiefs where you otherwise wouldn't.
Right.
With Mahomes in the lineup, who generally dominates the Raiders. But I think if he is out of the lineup for that first game, which I think it's early, like you're saying.
I'm trying to find it again. But
no worries. It was pretty
it's
early.
October 4th.
Yeah, that's early enough where he will not be playing.
That's
in
the
that
fourth game of the season.
And then they play the final game January 10th.
Yeah,
He will be back
close it
for
out.
that one.
Yeah.
But he will not be active, I presume, in that October 4th matchup.
Right.
So might be able to steal a win there. Like you say, really tough division. The Broncos, Chargers, and Chiefs. All very good teams the past 5-6 years.
Yeah.
So, that'll be an interesting division. I think the Jets, they have the Dolphins, the Bills, and the Patriots. So not really the easiest division there. You get the Dolphins. It's a little low-hanging fruit there. Maybe get 2 wins or a split there. But I don't see them getting many wins against the Bills, Patriots or the maybe the Dolphins.
The Dolphins,
get some
possibly,
wins.
yeah.
But those other 2 teams, big front runners to win both games against the Jets. So I think I'll agree with you here and go with the Raiders. How about that? All right. We got one more here. Another non-sports one for you.
Okay.
All right. Much talked about on this show, an EV or a gas car.
You know that. That answer.
I hope he's listening right now.
Yeah,
I just wanted to get. I've actually got. This is more for me because you already have made your decision long ago. You've been on the EV train.
Clearly, yeah.
I'm learning the gas is becoming quite the expense these days.
It really is, yeah.
It's really becoming a nuisance, to say the least. And my old car got a lot better gas mileage than this one. So I'm starting to feel the hurt at the pump a little bit.
Right.
I think next car I get, I might switch teams to the EV.
The EV.
I think so.
It would be a smart choice. It cost me maybe $40 a month.
Yes.
To charge it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And I drive a lot.
You do drive a lot.
I already have 13,000 miles on my car.
That's right. And you got it a month and a half ago or 2 months ago.
Yeah.
You've already put quite a few miles on it. But
all those trips up to the Mammoth and the nights and
all kinds of places everywhere. That car's gone all over the place. So I'm going to go with the EV too. I'm getting sick of paying prices at the pump. It's getting kind of tiring.
Yeah.
So
I've heard it's like $9 a gallon in California.
Yes. Certain parts of California, San Diego, some of the bigger cities.
Yeah.
And it's not cheap here. We've just gone under $4 a gallon. So that's a breaking development. It's better, but it's not great.
Still not great.
Not great.
Yeah.
EV,
for me,
$40.
it's not good.
For me, $40 a month sounds pretty good.
Pretty great, yeah.
All right, let's grab the quick break. Come back with more hard-hitting sports takes right after this quick break. Back live here from the Finlay Hyundai Studios. It's Tara Atkin. It's Paul Ratliff with you, guiding you through your morning commute, and I hope it's going swell as we are wrapping up the show here shortly. Got about 2 segments left, and wanted to do this one because this is something I'm going to be doing over the next couple weeks as Devin and Tara are going to be out sporadically throughout the next couple weeks. You'll have yours truly solo quite a bit. So wanted to jump into the realm of the NFL as, I saw a tweet, 10 more Sundays till we kick off. So we're getting close. It is nearing. So now I want to get into some of the previews of this season. So this should be really fun to kind of track throughout the year is, I'm going to rank, I want you to rank them too. Your top, your 1 to 4. And we're going to go division by division. This kind of division supremacy, I'm calling it, as we're trying to find the teams that are going to win divisions, the teams that are going to be in the playoffs, the teams that are going to be rising to the top with their acquisitions and moves they've made throughout the offseason. So we're not going to pick winners today. But we are going to talk about and preview some of the moves that have been made. So let's start with the Rams.
Okay, wait. So we're just doing the NFC North or West division.
Yes, just the West today. Okay. So obviously the Rams go out and they know that Matthew Stafford's towards the end. He re-signs for one more go around, presumably, maybe another 2 years. But it's nearing the end for Matthew Stafford. So the Rams go ahead and push all in. They decide to trade for the Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Mm-hmm. I think that is the biggest singular move made this entire NFL offseason. Would you agree?
Yes, I would agree.
And 23 sacks coming out to L.A. to join Matt Stafford defensively for the Rams. I think that's going to be the biggest move made by the entire division in the NFC West and the entire NFL this season. So the Rams seem to be one of these teams that are, Puka Nacua was in rehab. He's in and out, or he's out of rehab now. He's back with the team. He was a super mega star last year, was one of the best receivers in the NFL. So I expect him to take a jump, Stafford to make another jump, another MVP level caliber season. So what is your take on the Rams as far as their reconstruction and adding, kind of pushing all in to kind of establish themselves as a front runner, not only in the NFC West, but in the Super Bowl race? Do you believe them as a legitimate Super Bowl contender?
I think the Rams are by far the best team in the NFC West.
Ooh. Our friend Double D is hurt by that
But
statement.
like you said, those acquisitions, Sean McVay remains one of the most brilliant offensive minds in the NFL.
Yes.
And so I think this team is going to have a fabulous season. I could see them going 12 wins.
Really?
Yeah.
12 wins. Okay. You see,
I think the NFC could have 3 teams go this season with 11 plus wins.
Okay, so you see some front runners, some contenders for not only the NFC, but the Super Bowl with those 11, 12 wins somewhere in that region.
Yeah,
this is fun to track because last year the Niners had 12 wins and they were in third place in the division.
Yeah.
So this is by far the most loaded division. Who do you think challenges, you say the Rams are the best team in the NFL in your mind, or at least the NFC West, right?
In the NFC West.
In the NFC West. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to misquote you there.
Yeah.
But,
and then I think Seahawks are second.
I think
they're going to have at least an 11 wins this season as well.
Okay. So you see the Seahawks threatening the Rams for that top spot. Where do the 49ers fit in here?
I would say third.
Third, okay.
And then you've got the Cardinals are kind of like the bottom of the barrel for the NFC
Yes,
West.
they're reloading.
That's not very nice, but yeah.
Yeah, bottom of the barrel or reloading.
Recalibrating, that's the nicer way to say it, yeah.
Yes, as bad as Arizona was last year, they should be a modicum better. They should be a little better. They should be more competitive this season.
Maybe 7 wins.
I'd go under. I think maybe 5 to 6 for the Cardinals.
5 to 6.
But they had 3 last year, so they got to improve.
They're going to at least double.
They got to improve.
We'll see.
So, but the third place team in the NFC West, whoever it is, Seahawks, Rams, Niners, whoever it ends up being, that's still probably a playoff team.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. We're not only going to see 3 teams with 11 wins in the NFC, we're going to see 3 teams in the NFC West that might be in the playoffs, just like last year.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's incredible to see this division. Wanted to start with them just because they've got so much depth. Really, the Cardinals are, like you say, the big sore spot on the record for the NFC West.
Yeah.
But the other 3 teams, 12-plus wins a season ago, and then they go and add pieces. I mean, that's the thing. Myles Garrett, Trent McDuffie to the Rams. The Seahawks bring back Shaheed. They also bring back, Kenneth Walker departs. They draft the running back from Notre Dame. So they're reloading, trying to get the pieces together to make another Super Bowl run. Obviously, Sam Darnold's still in the fold. They lose Clint Kubiak, their offensive coordinator, who that can't be understated.
Yeah.
That's a big loss.
Right.
I think Kubiak's a brilliant offensive mind that's going to do great things.
He is as well. Yeah. But they still have like JSN, Jackson Smith, and Jigba.
Sure.
So they're still loaded on both sides of the ball, the Seahawks team. And they did just come off of a 14-win season. But you usually kind of see a slump.
Yeah.
After the Super Bowl slump, right?
Like, the Super Bowl hangover, they call it, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I still think they're second in that division. But I think the Rams are going to have a better season this year and going to be the number 1 team in the NFC West.
And a lot of people, a lot of reporters, I mean, Yahoo Sports is calling it the arms race of the NFC West, where all these teams are adding players, trying to get built up for the season. But, yeah, I think me and you both lean Rams to be the top team out of the NFC West, and that's going to hurt our cohort Double D. I mean, he was totally downplaying the Myles Garrett trade.
For sure.
He was saying, "Oh, he's going to get like 12 sacks. Like he's just not going to be a factor as much as he was last year." He's like, "I guarantee you, he doesn't get 15 plus sacks." I'm like, "Well, I wouldn't doubt that guy that just had 23 a year ago."
Right.
So, and double teams, it doesn't matter. This guy's a freak. He's going to break through. He's going to get his numbers. So I love the Rams at the top. I agree with you there. I'd probably go Seahawks too, like you.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have a little bit of a setback as far as the Super Bowl hangover. Sam Darnold, is he going to play that good again?
Right.
Is he going to be that good for a second? Does lightning strike in the same place twice? No. Like, he hasn't been this good his whole career. Then in Minnesota, he puts up that great year, and then everyone expects him to kind of have a downturn, but he has another good year.
Another great year, yeah.
So it's like I'm kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop with Sam Darnold, but at the same time, he continues to prove me wrong. And sometimes people like me waiting for the bad thing to happen, it just never comes.
Never happens. Yeah.
So, I think Sam Darnold and the Seahawks number 2, and I agree with you, Niners at 3. Yeah. I think they kind of fit in there. Brock Purdy. Is he going to make the next step? I mean, he was in the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Right, exactly.
Great game manager. Game manager. But when he doesn't have his full complement of weapons, no more Ayuk. He's gone crazy and he's all kind of doing his own thing and kind of tweeting out videos at the 49ers organization, calling John Lynch a stalker, doing all kinds of stuff. So I doubt Ayuk plays for him this year. I don't think he plays for anyone this year. But they still got Kittle. Still got McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Still got some pieces
there.
They
just have some big pieces, yeah.
And their defense is great.
Right.
So, like, could the Niners challenge the Seahawks for the 2 spot? Are we just giving the Seahawks the 2 spot here? I mean, this was a 12-win team a year ago that had a ton of injuries, the 49ers. Fred Warner goes down.
Yes, but they are healthy again.
They're healthy again. That's right.
So, yeah, I think they're going to be close. I think it's going to be within a game. Between the Seahawks and the 49ers.
And those matchups between the two could be
the swing games for sure.
And those games in division, Seahawks, Rams, Niners, Rams, Seahawks, Niners, those are going to be some of the best TV all season long next year. I mean, that's going to be riveting television.
Those are going to be great games.
They're going to be super fun to watch, glued into them. As I'm an NFC East guy. I've always rooted for the Redskins, the Commanders. So when I lived back East, I didn't watch as much NFC
East
West
is pretty far down the totem pole, by the way.
The NFC just won the Super Bowl last year. Over your vaunted Patriots.
NFC East.
Oh, the NFC East. Oh,
yes.
Well, that's true. We've been down. The Eagles won it 2 years ago. Right? So, we're repping. But I still think that, it is an arms race. That's the best way to put it. I think that there's a lot of teams anteing up, making their runs. They kind of realize their championship window is open right now, and they don't want it to shut. They just want an opportunity to win one ring. And in the last couple years, the Rams beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl with Matt Stafford. Cooper Kupp was the star that year, won the Triple Crown in receiving ranks, touchdowns, yards, catches.
Right.
He was a stud. Now they've got a reborn with Puka Nacua. But anyways, the Rams beat the Bengals. The Niners went to the Super Bowl against the 49ers just a couple years ago, and the Seahawks won last year. So to say this division hasn't been a factor in the playoffs and the Super Bowl would be a lie. I mean, the NFC West has been one of the best achieving divisions, not on paper, but on the field. They have delivered the results that you need to be a championship team. And there's 3 of them, I think, this year that can make a run to the Super Bowl. So the Rams, Seahawks, Niners, sorry, Cardinals, maybe in a few years. But those 3 teams can absolutely make a run. So in our order, we've got the same. We're going to go Rams 1 with the additions they've made. McDuffie, the corner all-pro from Kansas City, is overshadowed largely by the Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett, but both great additions. Matt Stafford comes back. Puka's out of rehab. Everything should be set for the Rams to roll in 2026, 27. In the second spot, we both agree we're going with the Super Bowl champs, the Seahawks. I think that they're going to be back. They've made some big additions. They've lost some big subtractions as well. But they've got a great coach. I mean, Mike McDonald does an amazing job with the Seahawks.
He does.
He was with the Ravens for years, and the Ravens lose Harbaugh. They probably want McDonald still in the building to be that head coach in waiting, but they lost him to Seattle, and he's run with it and done a great job. Won a Super Bowl. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the best player receiver in the league last year. So I think the Seahawks are going to be right there in the running. And then third place team, we're both going Niners. I just think they've lost some pieces. They're healthy once again. Kyle Shanahan's a wizard as a coach, but I just don't see them beating the Rams and Seahawks more than once. They might split with them maybe, but I don't see them being able to sweep. I think the Seahawks and Rams can sweep the Niners if given the opportunity. And if they win the home game, they just got to go on the road and win one more. So I think the Niners fall at number 3. And number 4, we both agree. It's the hapless Cardinals.
That's an easy one.
They're still working through some things. Jacoby Brissett going to be their quarterback. They move on from Kyler Murray. They're kind of in that transition phase where they're trying to figure themselves out a little bit. So I think the Cardinals an easy choice for number 4 in the NFC West. So those are our rankings of how we think the division's going to play out this year. Should be really fun. Going to do a division a day going forward for the next about week and a half or so. So should really enjoy getting into some NFL talk in July. All right, let's take a break here. Come back for the wrap of the show right after this quick one. home. I hope everyone's going to be not taking the long way to work, well, if you are taking the long way, I hope you've enjoyed listening to the drive this morning. We covered a number of topics today, really got into some would you rather. We did some NFL marriage counseling. That was probably the highlight of the show today. If you'd like to go back and see that segment, check out the YouTube page every day. Every show is archived live on YouTube. And then once the show is done, you can go check it out and replay it, watch it for certain segments or certain clips, certain things that you can go back and review on our live YouTube page that gets archived every day. So if you'd like to go back and watch that marriage counseling segment, I thought it was awesome. I hope the listeners enjoyed it as well. And the wrap of the show today is brought to you by Game Day Men's Health for a free T test to reclaim your game. T as low as just $50 a week, lowest price if you sign up this month. Book your appointment at Game Day Men's Health. Call or text 435-265-4223. That's 435-265-4223. All right. As let's get ready to do the night in sports tonight, as we've got two big soccer games going in World Cup action, as it is going to be a really fun day in soccer for sure, as it starts off at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Argentina with Messi, Alvarez, some of the best players in the world, take on the upstart Egypt. This should be a really fun game from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Argentina, the heavy favorite, minus 310, over under 2.5 goals in this game. Should be a fun one, though. Egypt, a fast, free-flowing team. Argentina likes to create plays for the GOAT, as Devin calls him, of soccer, Messi. And he scored in the last game. He scored in every game this World Cup. He's had 2. He's had a hat trick. He's done the brace, the hat trick, like I should say. I said 2. It's the brace, as I've been hip to in soccer.
Yes.
That's the 2-goal mark. He's done that a few times, had that hat trick early, had 1 in the last one. So he's been a scoring machine. Does Egypt have any chance here in your mind?
I think, I wouldn't count them out. I think they have a chance. I mean, it'd be crazy to have Messi and Ronaldo knocked out, but I don't know if it's a big chance. I mean,
You're going to lean Argentina, right?
I'm going to lean Argentina,
They probably had their scare of the tournament against Cape Verde.
Right.
I mean, they were probably struck some fear in them a little bit when they went to extra time against Cape Verde.
Right. Yeah, I'd say it's 80-20.
80-20 that Egypt pulls the upset.
Yeah, for Argentina.
For Argentina to win, 20%.
For Egypt to win.
Ah, I see. Okay. I'm going to put it a little higher. I'll go 35% for Egypt. I think they got a lot of speed, which Saibari is a good player. He was kind of hurt in the last game. I think he'll be back for Egypt. Mo Salah, another stud, the captain player for Liverpool. My cousin's been educating me on him a little bit. I think he'll be a factor in this game. He is a little hampered in the last one with an injury. He should be full go today. So Mo Salah and Egypt take on Messi and Argentina today at 10 a.m. Then you got Switzerland, kind of a team that hasn't been talked about a ton, I feel like, the Swiss.
Right.
Taking on Colombia. Colombia won their last game 1-0 out in Kansas City. Luis Diaz is a star for Colombia. I really loved him, watching him play. It should be a fun game. And 2 great ones for you tonight in sports. So taking that World Cup action, it's been a really fun show today. Tara, you were amazing. Let's continue to have a great week. It'll be me solo the rest of the week. Enjoy your day today. Have a good